What up? Doe. I can't hear shit.
What up, Doe?
What up, Doe? What up, Doe? What up, Doe?
What's good with you, man? This
Shit,
Detroit What Up,
man,
Doe
man.
is episode 31. We call this one right here therapy session. You feel me? It's been a tough week. A lot of bullshit happened. A lot of bullshit was done. So we need a therapy session to talk about it.
We ain't gonna cry about it though.
I don't know. No, I'm just playing.
Man, you ain't got nothing to cry about. Your damn Buckeyes won the Natty, so I don't want to hear nothing for you.
Bro, you know what's so crazy, bro, with the Buckeyes winning the Natty, bro? Like, I had to sit there, like, I was so bad because what happened on Saturday, bro. I had to sit there and watch the Ohio State game by myself, bro. And, like, after we won the Natty, I was like, yeah, we won the Natty, but I really couldn't get hyped, real hype because my heart and soul was ripped out of me on Saturday. But we're going to get about that. We're going to talk about it on Saturday.
Hey, don't act like you were watching that shit alone. Who was calling you every 5 minutes while y'all was fucking up, though? You already know I had to call and give you some shit.
Start. When I text you, don't you start.
He said, nah, don't you say nothing.
For sure. But let's introduce our guest we got in here today, man. You know who always here. You know, the person that we got in this, make sure we don't fuck up, you feel me? Y'all call him Chris. We call him Paw.
What up, Doe? How's everybody feeling? I
don't
feel emotional. I'm not crying. You're crying.
We cry together. What's with me? We got my boy, Steve. What up, bro?
Yes, sir. What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
We're doing all right. You're right. I'm gonna let you introduce your co-host. You know who you brought with us for the second week in a row. We appreciate him being here.
So it's my man Ed, aka Archangel, in the building.
What up, though?
What up, yo, bro?
Chilling, man.
For sure. All right, I want to start a high note, low note. Let's start off with this, man. Saturday. What happened, bro?
Yeah, we started off with a bag just like that.
Just like that.
We jumping in.
We're just ripping the Band-Aid off. We're just ripping the Band-Aid off.
We ain't even gonna get a little foreplay going. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna rub it a little bit. You know what
I'm saying? Put it right in. Come on.
He said,
just get it off early.
Yep.
Hey, Bandit. We in there like this, bro? We in there like this, bro?
I gotta go. We're not here. What happened on Saturday, man? Let's start with you, man. What happened on Saturday, bro? Explain it to me, please.
Who, me?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, who you say going first? Me?
I said, what happened on Saturday, bro? Explain it to me, please. What happened on Saturday?
Man, we decided the biggest game of the year, man. We're just gonna take a shit. Straight up, we took a shit on the 50-yard line, bro.
I agree.
Straight up, bro. It's just, obviously, Goff had the 5 turnovers, whatever. But it wasn't just, you can't put that game totally on Goff. You got to put a little bit all around. You got to put it on Ben with his bad play calling. You got to put it on AG for his bad defensive play calling, lack of adjustments.
Finally, somebody said it, my man.
You got to put it on. You got to put it on the players for not knowing their assignments. And I'm talking the guys that normally play, not the guys that came in that don't normally play and were confused. They get like a slight pass. But like your regulars that play week in and week out, man, even they were fucking up. It was just terrible all around, bro. It was just, I don't want to say unprepared because I don't want to say that about Dan because I know he had these guys ready to go, man. But something was just off from the start.
Chris.
Yeah,
Tell me your thoughts, man.
I agree. I mean, you could feel it. Like, you could feel that there was something kind of missing. Kind of like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like they're like we can't judge whether they put their whole heart or not into it. But it just felt like they were just doing like 10% above. Like, let's go through the motions. Like, we're just. I don't know. There was something there that was missing. That it just didn't feel like they were putting 110% into the game. It just felt so awkward.
I'm gonna ask y'all before I ask Bree. Do y'all feel we took Washington? We underestimated Washington before we came in here?
I think so.
I do too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think so.
I think we overlooked them.
I don't think we can play like that, and we didn't.
Yeah. I agree. I think we may have been looking beyond them a little too soon.
Mm-hmm. Feel you, Pops.
I think that I see now. That's where, like I said, it falls on the players as well. I think that fell on the players. They were looking ahead more than necessarily everybody else, man. It's just you could see it. They were literally. It looked like they were going through the motions, man. Outside of like Gibbs, you could tell he came to fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
Amara, he came to play, and J-Mo came to play.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, man, it just and Mahogany came to play. That dude's a dog. But
I will say after Goff took that hit, he I think he got concussed, to be honest with you.
I do as well.
I think he was concussed, and they just fuck it. It's the last part of the game. Might as well, because we got to have our best players in, and they just threw him back out there at the end of the day.
What's your point of view, Steve?
Well, I think, I think Washington just had a good game plan, and I think that week off, I think it hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think that week off hurt them, man, because they got comfortable. They was lagging, they was partying, they was doing all of that, but I think that week did.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, and they give credit to Washington, man. They had a good game plan.
Mm-hmm.
They had a hell of a game plan.
Yeah,
but it's just it's not just golf. It's just a not good game plan. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, they just didn't have a good game plan, and they didn't adjust well.
Yeah,
they adjust at the last minute, and it was just too late.
yeah.
I don't think AG adjusted at all.
No, he didn't.
That's gonna be my point.
His philosophy was, we're going to go in here, we're going to blitz the fuck out of them, and we're not going to stop. And it did not work at all.
See, now let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think? And I asked Ed this before, but I'm gonna ask y'all the same one. Do you think the Lions took a dive on this game on purpose, just to lose?
No. Hell no. What hell? Man, they put him in the gulag, bro. Put him in the gulag, bro. Put him in the gulag. This man.
Because I've been hearing people saying, man, they took a dive, man, they took money and stuff. I'm like,
nah.
Okay.
Bro,
That's like some of the Facebook pages that have like NFC North and stuff like that, where they have some posts in there where they're like, oh, this big thing came out that the refs were like being paid off to like call bad calls against like the Lions. Like, I've been seeing this for the last like 2 weeks. These big stories about a big conspiracy where they just fired all these refs. It's just clickbait, but that's the same, the opposite direction. It's just clickbait. That's not happening. Guys still come out and play. They still got to earn their money. I think the week off really hurt them. When was the last time the Lions had a bye week? Like had a first round bye in a playoff?
Never.
So they're not used to that. People always, and we did say like, hey, this gives us time to get players back. Cool, that's great. But for the starters that are used to going through the same regiment all the time, it hurts them because they don't know what to do with that extra time. You know, you can get out there and practice, but you're not playing that next week. So what are you ramping up for? It's just not the same. They're used to like players in all sports are creatures of habit. They keep doing things. So I just think that week off really kind of hurt us.
Okay, so we're all baseball fans in here, right? Like we all like baseball.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that team in the majors, whoever gets that first round bye, in baseball that come out that next series, and they usually end up losing. Because you take,
it happens quite often.
we were hot. Our defense had just peaked that game against Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, they have to go take a week off. We lost a lot of momentum there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of momentum. You know.
I think if we had the number 2 seed and we had to play, I think we would have been fine.
Yeah. So do I.
Mm-hmm.
So do I. I mean, hindsight's 20/20.
It always is.
Yeah.
Same question, bro.
To be very honest with you, man, I think it was a wash from top to bottom. I don't think anybody came out prepared and ready. To be real with you, I think I know, and Bree knows how I feel about this. I'm not going to come with the guillotine for Jared Goff, but I think it does have to be noted this is the second season in a row where Jared Goff is absolutely punted in the postseason. Then that's just the truth. Didn't play well last year. Didn't play well this year. Last week at all. I don't know what that duck that he was throwing in the bubble coverage was about, but he looked like he threw it right to the other team. And you know, as for taking that big hit, man, that's what he gets for turning the ball over. You know, it just is what it is. You know, but as I think DaeDae said it correctly, man, the players. I don't think this was the coaches not getting them prepared. I think the only issue the coaches had was lack of adjustments. And you can ask Breed, I've been saying this all week long, man. I've heard everybody come for the neck of Ben Johnson. I'm going to be real with you. If there's one coordinator, if we could only single out one person, which we shouldn't be doing, because top to bottom, this is a bad performance by us. But if there is a coordinator we can point the finger at, has to be Aaron Glenn. That Ben Johnson did not hemorrhage 45 points. And at the end of the day, that's just the bottom line. And we can't say things like, oh, well, the injuries, man, come on now. The injuries weren't an issue when you beat the hell out of the Vikings week before last. Now, was it?
No.
The injuries weren't, when we're talking about a top 5 team in the game. The injuries weren't a problem then. And so now you came in playing playoff ball. At the end of the day, you let a rookie quarterback pick you apart. And all you did was blitz. It reminded me of that old BS Jim Brown defense. They were running that Michigan with hardball, and they finally had to fire his ass because all he knew how to do was blitz. You were running man-to-man coverage on Terry McLaurin, which didn't work the entire game at all. And at some point, like, you guys have to realize, like, this is not working. And so Aaron Glenn went out on the shield and it cost us the game in that capacity. And then, yeah, sure, Ben Johnson had, you know, J-Mo throwing ducks on triple reverses. Okay, yeah, that's stupid as hell, but at the end of the day, they gave you 31 points. Your defense is what hemorrhaged 45 because of failure to make adjustments. We did not try to adjust at all, man, at all. And so I think ultimately
our defense gave up 37 because there was that pick six.
There's a pick six. I'll give you. Yeah, you're right. You're correct about that. It's a pick six. But at the end of the day, you hemorrhaged 37 points to a rookie quarterback. Period. Right. Sorry. And don't get me wrong, I'm high on Jaden Daniels. I personally, I've even made statements that I think low key this young man may be the best offensive player in the league the week 5. I think he was the best offensive player in the league. Seriously. But at the same time, he's a rook in the playoffs for his first time. This is not acceptable. Period. So, you know, but I do agree with DaeDae. I think this is more so on the players, man. You know, at the end of the day, man, you know, the coach cannot play for you. You know, I could tell by the way you're playing whether you really took these guys seriously or not. And in terms of motivation, man, look, you know, we've all played sports. I think at least most of us played sports competitively, man. You know, I'm a professional fighter myself like that. It's not my trainer's job to go in that ring and fight for me, man. I should want to not get my ass knocked out myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for them to come in there and play like that, to me, I saw a lack of pride, a lack of heart. You know, I can't say that's the same team that we saw as the Vikings week before last, man. I don't think it is. And that's a mentality thing. That's all on the players. So to me, top to bottom wash. I think some things do need to be addressed. As I said, I don't come with the guillotine for Jared Goff, but I do think it needs to be noted that he has not performed in the postseason with us at all.
Anybody agree, disagree?
I don't remember his playoff run last year being too bad. I'd have to go back and look.
I just looked at it. Each game from the Stafford game he played well. Then he was mediocre in the next series, and he didn't play well. He had 1 touchdown, 2 sacks. He completed 61% of his passes.
Mid.
I think his PBR was like 58 or something like that. Like he didn't do that good in the NFC title game
at all. Isn't 2 seasons in a row, and you're nearly a max player.
Now, mind you, there was a lot of other mistakes that could have changed his stats had they not happened. 2 drop passes, a fumble by Gibbs we could have had a better drive. I mean, just missed tackles that produce first downs for the other team could have been punts for them, for us. Like things change, but yeah, he didn't do good in that last game.
Let me piggyback off that real quick, Pops. The issue with Jared Goff last year was the fact he left 21 points on the board for missed passes, wide open ones.
Yeah,
wide open, throwing out the back of the damn end zone. Monroe coming on the slant, but once again, it's complete. And I'm gonna say this, like with some of the blunders Jared Goff has, and as I said, I'm not coming with the guillotine for the brother, but I am saying you are the highest paid player on the team, so we must talk about it.
yeah.
With some of the blunders that Jared Goff has made in the last 2 seasons, to your point, bro, that's why, and to your point, Pops, that's why you have conspiracy theorists talking about throwing games.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be 100 with you, man. If you go back and watch the film. Go back and look at that pass, the interception that led to him getting cracked. What the hell was that? And I mean, bro, you overthrew him by 15 yards. You threw it right to him. You had no business even trying to throw the double coverage.
And I said the same thing. When he overthrew it, I was like, where the hell was he throwing to?
And don't get me wrong, I don't think he was point shaving. And Bree, I make the joke, but realistically, I don't think that happened. But I think blunders like that will make people talk.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
And I'm gonna add to that too. When you see Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson already taking coaching jobs, you already thinking right then, hey, they could have threw that game too, just for them to be head coaches.
I mean,
I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. I'm sorry about you, Pop, but this is why I don't think so, bro. If nothing is going to increase my negotiating power more than winning, so why would I throw a game to take a job early, man? Because, for instance, these deals are not finalized. You can only have conversations. You can only verbally accept a deal. You cannot sign a contract while you are employed with another team during the season, right? So, for instance, Pops, you're the oldest man in the room. Let me ask you, straight up, if you're the GM, no, that's out of respect, though. If you're the GM, right?
Yeah, I just like this. I'm a happy guy.
If you're the GM, right? Or if you're the team owner, whatever, right? You sit down with me. All right, Ed, I'm gonna throw you 4 years, $25 million. Okay, that's before the first game of the playoffs, right?
Yep.
We run Washington out the field. Now all of a sudden we're in the NFC Championship game. Dominate. Now I'm an offensive coordinator, right? Now in the Super Bowl, right? I hang 40 points on the team. Get them the hell out of there, right? Guess what? My agent is calling you. I want 40 million now.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's how that works. So we're not throwing a game when winning will only bolster my negotiating power.
Yep. So it's not like us people that are that 4 or 6% in the middle that are like serious talkers. We're not extreme right or left.
Yeah.
It's those people and their optics of seeing that. That's what their suggestions are.
Exactly.
And unfortunately, 94% of the fan base are one way or the other. So their optics and their viewing of stuff is going to have all this clickbait shit that says, well, hey, this really looks suspect. We had a really bad game plan, both sides of the ball, and both those head coaches took jobs. That don't look good. Now, as the 6% in the middle that knows what's going on, we get it. We're like, no, dude, like, if they do better, they're going to make more money. Like, it's just the way it goes. But that 94% control more of the media than
that's correct
in the middle, unfortunately.
Correct.
Yeah. But no, I get it. I get it 100.
All right, let's talk about some coaches changes, man. Let's start with the obvious one, since we was already talking about them, man. Ben Johnson signing with the Bears, man. Thoughts, opinion, how you feel about it? Start with you, bro.
Oh, okay. I think the man took the job that he wanted. I think the man took the job that he wanted and took the job that he felt was the best fit for him. We see the fandom. They have what they have to say, and at the end of the day, fans will fan, ourselves included. But this is business, man. And so if he felt that this was the best opportunity for him, one thing that I knew, at least in my mind, Ben Johnson was not. So, for instance, I believe the Raiders came up. They were really pushing hard for him, etc. I never thought that he was going to get that job or take that job because who the hell's the quarterback? Nobody. RM Dizzle, bro. I hear what you're saying, man, but you can't slap another grown man in the face with business, brother. This is business. Ben Johnson didn't owe us anything. No, you can't. Brother, Ben Johnson.
You can.
No, you can't. Business is business, man. So I'm gonna say this, man. If I feel like a slap in the face on a business level, I trusted somebody way too much, and that's my fault. This is business, bro. So Ben Johnson doesn't owe us anything. We don't owe Ben Johnson. And so at the end of the day, brother, what does he? Who here knows Ben Johnson personally?
Not one.
No,
person.
Nobody. So it's not one person.
Nope.
Ben Johnson don't know me, man. I don't pay Ben Johnson's bill. So at the end of the day, nor does he pay mine, but he's a man. So he has to do what he has to do. I don't really care where he went. He's no longer with the Lions organization. Tip my hat to him for what he did while he was here. Though I don't think it was the greatest performance last week. But he's out now. Treated as such, man. People sometimes cling to these guys like they're family or something, brother. We don't know any of these people. Bro, we don't know any of these players.
I'm a pause you right there, bro. Hold on.
What up?
It's not. I'm not gonna say. I always say this once. I'm never the person that just count nobody's motherfucking money in their pocket. You feel me? That's your money. It ain't my money. Do what you do. I'm gonna do mine. But at the same time, it was a smack and a spit in the face because you went to our rival, bro.
Who cares?
In our own division, we play twice a year.
Who cares? So Bandit, if they offering the most money, let me ask you: if you Ben Johnson, they offer you the most money and got the best quarterback available, are you taking that job or not? Because of loyalty to the Lions.
Fuck no! I fucking hate the Bears. I wouldn't go work.
No. So Remove hatred of the Bears out of the equation. Remove hatred of the Bears out of the equation.
You gotta
remove hatred of the Bears out of the equation. Business is business.
Hey, Bandit.
Loyalty to what?
Bandit. Here's one for you. You work for Microsoft. You're getting paid $100 grand a year. All of a sudden, IBM comes by and says, "Hey, we'll pay you $200. Do the same damn job. You taking it?" Don't cap.
Come on, man.
Hell yeah, I'm taking that money. What you mean?
Oh, but
yeah.
No. You mean F and I hate IBM.
I ain't got no loyalty to them. You feel me?
So why he got loyalty to the Lions?
I got IBM or Microsoft tattooed on me. You feel me? Like,
but why you got loyalty to the Lions? Why you got loyalty to the Lions? It's a job, brother. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It's a job.
That's a signing bonus.
Bro, look, I can't. Look, check us out. Hey, Bree, what do we always talk about on the show, right? Monty Williams, man. Now, we know Monty Williams was a dumpster fire as a coach, but look, in fairness to Monty, right? Monty said from the very jump he didn't want to coach. It was Tom Goris who sat up there and tried to pry that dude out of what was really semi-retirement. The wife got cancer. He got a lot going on, just got fired from the Suns. He made it very plain clear he did not want to coach. Tom Goris comes with an astronomical bag. Made him, you know what I'm saying? Made him the highest paid coach. Made him the highest paid coach in history for a good 3 months.
He brought that brick trucks in.
Man, real talk. Talking about he said I got the Swiss international bag. How you want it? You want Bitcoin? You want gold? You want silver? I'm talking about he offered him Star Trek money, gold pressed platinum. I'm telling you, dog. He said,
"Hey, you're not going to know that much about Star Trek, man."
I'm telling you, bro. He said gold pressed platinum.
He would.
Hey, look. Are we mad at Monty Williams for taking that bag? No, I'm mad at you for your coaching, brother. But I'm not mad at you for I would have done the same thing. Yeah, I would have hit a lick. Absolutely.
It's like we'll give you like $2 or $3 million. Nah, I'm staying.
Nah,
how about 10? Nah, I'm staying. How about 45? All right, yeah, I can.
You gotta do it.
Now you talking.
Monty got 5 kids that live with him, man. He got to take that $80 million.
You got to. Like, I mean, you'd be dumb not to.
It'd be irresponsible not to.
Hey, listen, I ain't got no kids, and I'll take that money.
I'll tell you what. He'd go back home. His kids would be like, "You're an idiot." like I'm serious.
Chris, your thoughts on the Ben Johnson, man?
My shot.
I don't feel like I feel. I guess.
No, I don't, bro. Sorry. I respect you, brother, but I don't, man. That money is that money. I can't as a man. I gotta do what I gotta do. He gotta do what he gotta do.
Hey, you gotta go where you believe you're gonna fit and your money's gonna be made. You got a family to feed. You're gonna have college tuition. You're gonna have to pay for.
Got 3 kids.
Future. Mind you. I mean, you can't always wait for your position to be like the ideal place you want to go, because it's probably never going to happen. But you want the best situation you can possibly be in. It has nothing to do with the division. It has nothing to do with who your rivals with. You want that because now he waited a year for it. Now he's there. If he fails there, it's on him. It's on him. Just the way it goes.
When you see him do shit like this, though, like.
Everyone get back to work. Listen, thank you so much. My family and I, we are beyond excited. This is exactly where we wanted to be. Woohoo! It's exactly where we want to be.
Mm-hmm. What else are you supposed to say?
Thank you. I was about to say, I never wanted to fucking come here. You're gonna say that, I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you what. If we didn't have any social media, it wouldn't matter. Nobody.
Exactly.
Somebody recorded it. Of course they're gonna record it. Look at what Dan Campbell did his first freaking season here, biting kneecaps and shit. People laughed at him. Like. You've got to set the tone
exactly.
of your new team. You can't come in and say, "Hey, thank you, everybody, cool, that's great," and just walk out. You've got to create a culture. You've got to create excitement. At the end of the day, it has no bearing on us whatsoever. I mean,
he's selling his soul, bro. Family, look, man. I don't mean disrespect OTS Big 100, bro. But dog, how is he selling the soul, man? This man is a coach that got a better coaching job.
He sold his soul to the devil.
So the brother is Illuminati now that he took the Bears job, but he wasn't Illuminati when he was coaching for the Lions.
Yeah,
he rather leave something good for some brother. What do you mean leave something good? He left something good for something great.
You know what's funny is though, because if he establishes a culture there and AG establishes a culture with the Jets, that's a reflection of Dan Campbell.
Exactly.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to create a tree.
Yes.
And I'm gonna add this too. With him joining the Bears, it's gonna make the rivalry even better in the division. Good. It's gonna make it even more fierce and yes. Fuck him
Dan
too.
over there like, look. Dan over there like, look. Oh yeah. I'll do battle against my disciple. Yeah, sure. I'll do battle against my disciple. That's fine. Sure. I'll box with my son. Sure. That's fine.
And plus, with Ben Johnson, he gonna enjoy going against David LaFleur again. So
let me ask y'all this, man. Let me ask, hey Ben, let me ask you a question, right? So what if Dan Campbell's contract is up, right? As much as Dan Campbell has done here, he deserves to be able to negotiate any bag that he wants, right? Sheila Hamp decides she's gonna start, be a little chintzy with the Barrett a little bit. The Green Bay Packers call, offer him everything he asked for. +5. He leaves. Is he betraying the Lions?
Nope.
By going to Green Bay?
For going anywhere who offer him what he wants.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So let me tell you this why he's not. Betrayal, bro. Betrayal implies I owe you something. What does these guys owe anybody?
You gotta take it a step further. If he mess around and he signed, let's give a take. Let's say if he signed to Ohio State.
Okay.
They offer him that bag.
That's college. He'll be out. He'll go to college, bro.
I mean, so I'll give you one better. If Sharon Moore go to Ohio State, right? Did he betray Michigan? No. This is business, dog.
I'll give fuck with everyone does.
First of all, we better not sign that motherfucker in the first place.
Hey, bro, look, you're right, man. Also, man, I got to give y'all your props. I'm glad Ryan Day's off suicide watch. and I'm glad he's from under protective custody. Because both was going on.
I heard that crap about him and his wife and his kids fucking having security.
Man, go talk. Hey, bro, have you seen that? Bro, they have video proof.
Yeah.
They have video proof. They got ops outside casing his estate, man.
Yes, they did.
On a day-to-day basis.
They got ops.
He allowed to come outside now. What you mean?
Bro, this man got ice rolling in the door, man. My wife's not even an immigrant. What you mean,
bro?
Just keep the Michigan fans mad. Keep them pissed.
It's all good. That's all good.
DaeDae, man, I'm asking you, bro. How you feel about the Ben Johnson departure, bro?
Fuck him.
And that's it.
He could have gone. Like if he went into any other team, I probably wouldn't say
Thank
that.
you.
Since he went to the Bears, man, fuck you. Like AG leaving, I got no problem with that. They went to a whole different division and conference. You know what I'm saying? I wish
smart man.
But Ben, you went in our division, which is kind of risky it is, and then you add the Bears on top of it, bro. Like what? You know what
I mean, he did what he had to do. That bag. Did you hear what they offered him, man?
Hey, I mean, my fandom says, fuck you, but as a man,
oh yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Yo, see, look, we saying the same thing, bro. Look, I agree. F him. He the op now. It is what it is. But I'm not mad at him.
As a man, I ain't mad at you. Go get your
at all.
You know what I'm saying? Go get your
exactly. Get your paper. Yeah. You right. He is the op now. Oh yeah. Ain't no love lost now.
He definitely the op.
I mean, he's
AG and op too when we played the Jets.
Yeah.
We played the Jets.
Okay. So here we go. Here's a thought process. Here's a question for you guys. Who gets booed more?
Ben
Johnson, AG, or Matthew Stafford?
Ben
Johnson.
Oh, Ben.
Ben. Bro, I don't think there's anybody you could have compared him to that's going to get an answer other than Ben Johnson.
I know. I think
it could have been Satan himself.
Hey, long as Lion fans don't harass Stafford's wife after the game, it's gonna be Ben.
We ain't do that no way.
Hey, wow, for that, man.
I know it happens because I've seen it personally.
Allegedly, it was allegedly happened. Allegedly.
Oh, it happened.
Allegedly,
I've
we
seen
don't know shit. We don't know shit. Never been a witness to nothing. Allegedly. Let's talk about Aaron Glenn, though, man. How was y'all feeling about Aaron Glenn signing to the Jets, man?
It's cool.
Hey, he got ties with the Jets, so I ain't got a problem with it.
Cool.
Same thing. Only thing I'll say about it is I'm surprised that the Saints didn't make a better pitch to him. But at the end of the day, I like the Jets' job for him. We'll see we'll see what happens with that.
Do you think he keeps Aaron Rodgers, or do you think Aaron Rodgers stays? What do you
Aaron
think?
gone.
You think he's going? I hope so.
I think he's gone.
For Aaron Glenn's benefit, I really hope he's gone.
I like Aaron Glenn for the Jets, man. Aaron Glenn's not going to put up with that foolishness. Aaron Glenn doesn't care about Aaron Rodgers, man. He don't care nothing. There's only one alpha male on this team. It's going to be Aaron Glenn. And I'm going to tell you that right now. That's why I like Aaron Glenn for that, because you need, and I think, and I actually do tip my hat to the Jets for getting the right guy, because after you get done as an organization dealing with a diva, you need somebody to come in here with no shenanigans, no BS, no foolishness, straight business, and that's Aaron Glenn. They're done with Aaron Rodgers, man. I'm gonna say this, like, so for instance, when they had to put up with old diva Brett Favre, right? At least Brett Favre was productive, man. When that first season when Brett Favre went to the Jets, he looked like an MVP candidate. So people put up with some tomfoolery for that. Aaron Glenn, man, look, bro, Aaron Rodgers came to the Jets, bro. He looked like you should have been retired 5 years ago, which you should have been. So nobody's putting up with this anymore, man.
Shit we done for the year.
Yeah, man. Aaron Glenn's gonna come in there, bring no nonsense attitude. I think and look, he's Mr. Jet, man. Him and the owner, man, have a great, almost familiar relationship. So I think he's gonna give him what he wants, and I think Aaron Glenn is the type of man. He's not a butt kisser. He's not going to capitulate anything, man, when it comes to negotiating what he wants. I'm a firm believer Aaron Glenn is the type he'll stay put until he got the job that he wanted to get. And I think this is what he wants, and I think he wouldn't have left unless there were some guarantees in there, man. Look, I want this, this, and this, and that's just what it is. And I think part of those requests is that Aaron Rodgers has got to be up out of there.
So who do you think has a bigger effect on their quote unquote like star player? Because Sauce is like the star of the Jets. You know what I'm saying? When you think of the Jets, you think of Sauce, right? Okay, when you think of the Bears, you think of Caleb. Ben's supposed to be this offensive guru. Look what he did with Goff. He kind of like brought Goff's career back. You know what I'm saying? He was able to like develop him. So who do you think? You think Ben develops Caleb better? Or do you think AG is able to take Sauce's game to a newer level? Because Sauce is already kind of like developed. You know what I'm saying? Sauce was a top flight corner in this league. He regressed this year.
Yeah.
So who do you think has the bigger effect on their star player, AG or Ben?
Is that a question for me, bro?
Anybody. If you want to answer, you can answer. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think AG gets Sauce quicker, and I think Caleb's going to take a little longer because he's going to have to tear him down a little bit and rebuild him. So I think it's going to take a little longer. Plus, he's going to have to put offensive linemen in place because their offensive line isn't that great. They got to get other pieces in place. That's going to be more effective. Whereas, like you said, DaeDae, Sauce has kind of already gotten a good. He's been molded already a little bit. So I think his ceiling's quicker. I think Caleb Williams is going to take a little longer if it works out. Like we don't even know at all. That's my opinion.
I hope it don't.
I agree. I agree. I think Sauce because he's already
not really though.
Sauce is already Sauce. You know what I'm saying? Caleb is nothing. Caleb is just the way I see it, man. Especially with a quarterback, you're a prospect until you do something. That's how I see it with that. So you're a prospect until you do something. Right now, Ben is just a prospect. Just like, so for instance, I'll give you a good example. The same way I look at our Pistons, right? Remember, Breed, I asked the rest of the group, do we have a core or do we have a Cade? We have a Cade. There's no core there. Those guys haven't proven that they are a core of anything right now. Like, so what about Ivy? High-end prospect. That's what that is. We'll see year 4 if he's worth $100 million. And if he's not, you trade him for something. That's what that is. So Caleb right now, okay, you won your rookie scale deal. Okay. You with Ben Johnson. Okay. And so now 2 or 3 years with Ben Johnson, if you don't turn into anything, I believe honestly, it's going teams and leadership there at the Chicago Bears brass are going to lean towards Caleb is a bust. Instead of Ben Johnson just can't coach. Because busts come all the time, man. And I'm glad you said, Pops, that they're gonna have to tear him down first, regardless of. And look, we know he had one of the worst O-lines in the league, if not the worst. But something Caleb has been terrible at since his collegiate years. He has terrible pocket presence. Terrible. The kid cannot. Horrible. What's that, boss?
Clock management too.
Clock management as well, and those are personal skills the quarterback needs to be able to have on the field. The coach can't hold your hand with that. You need to be an extension on the coach, and you need to be managing the troops out there on that field. So Caleb has a long way to go, man. Does he have the arm talent? Sure. But the decision-making, as I said, pocket presence, clock management, Ben's got to tear him down. So it's clear and obvious Ben thinks he can do that, or else he wouldn't have taken this job. Because I firmly believe he took the Bears job, not only because they offered him the most money, but they had a quarterback there that he believed in.
You know what else I got a problem with the Ben Johnson or to the Bears? It wasn't just him though. He also took Antoine Randall.
Yes.
JT Bandit. Bears.
Man, how you gonna pronounce your boy's last name wrong, bro? What the fuck? That's your boy. You're gonna say his name wrong.
All about the lucre. All about the lucre.
JT ain't my boy now.
Man, look. The only color that matters, brother, is money.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, that's what a lot of fans forget. This is a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a business.
That bread, clearly they were going to be able to get positions playing or coaching under Ben that they weren't going to be able to get here in Detroit.
Once you get to a certain spot, then you can sit back and talk about it. Like, I mean, Dan Campbell's a coach, but he's not experienced. He has only been a head coach for us. And then a few, I think, with Miami for a short period of time. But that's what I'm saying. Like, You continuously want to get promoted till you get to the highest you possibly can.
Exactly.
Once you get there, then you can start arguing. Well, dude, stay loyal to the team. Like you can't get any higher unless you want to become a general manager.
See, I think it's. I don't think it's more so. I don't think it's more so that we upset about the money. It's just where they went to. That's what we upset about. Like it's the Bears. Like they can get their money, but it's just the Bears. But like said, Ed, it's a business.
Business,
but it's still the Bears.
Now, if we'd have heard like 3 teams offering them the same amount, same stuff across the board, and then he would have said, "Well, I want the Bears." Then you could justify. You could be like, "Well, dude, you were offered the same in 3 other places. Like you could have gone there, but you chose like the division." Then
but watch this though, Pops. I have to also then consider the other ancillary concepts like my family. What if I like this area for my kids? What if I like
Chicago ain't no place to just be going moving though.
It's so late.
All right, so watch this, man. So check this out. If I'm not mistaken, right? Now, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron Glenn has a daughter. If I'm not mistaken, Aaron Glenn has a daughter that's in college, right?
R.I.P.
I don't know.
Something like that. Bree to probably know this. Bree. If I'm not mistaken,
Chicago too. If anybody know about Chicago, it's me.
Look, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Glenn has a daughter that's in college, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now that's another factor. Okay, let's say this, or let's say if it's Ben Johnson. Okay, I got a daughter that's in college. Of course, he has small kids. But if my daughter's going to state or Michigan, I'm going to take the job that's closest to my daughter, especially if she's able to come and live with me. You know what I'm saying? When she's not, I don't want. You know what I'm saying, man? There's other factors that goes into that. At the end of the day, but I feel like DaeDae, man, brother, you are op. Screw you, all the other stuff. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, peace and blessings. But peace and blessings, man. And you made the right choice. But you're still an op, but you made the right choice.
But you gotta also think about this too. You gotta think about the area your kids is gonna be at, and they gotta be safe.
That man ain't gonna be he ain't gonna be nowhere close to danger, hard. Bro, let me say this, man. Watch this, bro. We talk about Chicago. That's hard. You know what Chicago hard for, man? Black folks. Just like any other stretch of the hood, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man.
And shootings and killings.
And shootings and killings of black folks, of Negroes, man. Let me say this, man. It's just like anywhere else in the hood. Let me say this, man. There's a concept that goes wrong. We talked about this when we were talking about our community board meeting years ago. You'll have a brother, man, walking down the hood. This is how it works, especially in GR, man. Walking down the hood, man. Get out of a nice car. They can tell this brother's educated, making money. Somebody gonna shake him down, rob the hell out of him, man.
Absolutely.
You'll have a white man in the hood, bro, around black folks do the same thing. They won't touch him. I guarantee you.
Yes, sir.
So that dude's he's not in any danger, man. So he gonna be somewhere in Naperville.
Because they know you touch him, you go to jail,
it's gonna be like Malibu's Most Wanted or something.
Yeah.
Go to jail,
man. Don't be hating.
Bro, look, the only way.
Don't be hating.
Man, come on, dog. Man, come on, bro. Hey, Ben Johnson ain't in no danger, man. We act like he gonna be right next to the Caprinis or anything like that. Come on, bro. Right here, go right be on block. That man gonna be in Naperville, Illinois.
He gonna be all right.
But he ain't gonna be over there. That man gonna be in Naperville, Illinois, out there, one of them flats.
Yep.
I hear you.
There's other contingencies and variables that come into this too. Like, does he have any connections still in Michigan? Chicago's really close. Does he have any community services or maybe he has stuff that he does business with there? And there's so many functions. There's so many variables to why people choose certain cities. I mean, at the end of the day, so I mean, you got to give him hats off. He's worked his way up. He's grinded to become a head coach. Like,
right.
You can't ask for a better.
Can I add this, guys? Have we ever considered also Ben Johnson could actually commute to that job and stay in Michigan?
That's possible.
Yep.
But you can rent a flat out there, man, for the season that the team would likely pay for, to come out there and coach the team.
Or he can stay out there in Michigan City, Indiana.
Yeah.
He could live in Three Rivers, Michigan. I mean, that's just right around the
right there,
freaking there by Michigan.
That's a good point.
There. Commute in. Like it's. We also have to consider this job might be a godsend for him because he's got 3 small children. He might like the school districts, etc. And he doesn't have to uproot his family.
Yep.
Fuck
Yep.
that.
Guys in other sports do that all the time, especially hockey
they want
and
to.
baseball.
Because they want to. If I don't have to, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I mean, right now they're still in school, so he's going there. He's going to start everything going. They're going to still go to Michigan schools until it's over. And if he doesn't feel like he feels that the schools are going to, because kids need consistency. You don't want to keep jumping around. Keep him in the school. So he's making the money to do so.
Right.
Go to Chicago when it's time to like get ready for the draft and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
He's gonna be fired in 3 years. He's gonna be fired in 3 years anyway, so they could be moving in there.
Exactly.
You're right. He could be.
Exactly.
He could be.
You ain't lying.
Day is right. He could. Man, Ben Johnson ain't like any other dude that's taking a head coaching job, man. He's heralded right now. A couple years from now, Ben's on the hot seat, and
Ben's a bum.
He's ready to take over the Lions' offensive coordinator position again.
But you know what?
Bring that comment back up. What did he say?
As much as I hate Ben Johnson for going to the Bears, man, I do thank him for what he did while he was here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, brother.
He made the team he made the offense fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's cool because he developed a chemistry with Goff. Like they actually go over stuff together, and that's I do believe the offensive coordinator that's coming in. I think you're really talking to Goff to see who he likes and what they want to do with it, which is good. I like it when your top talents are actually working with their coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
You get that. Because you get the feel of the game and how the coordinator wants it to be played out. I like that. That's good. You don't see that very often, or maybe you do.
And I think one of the reasons why he took the job is I think he sees similarities to what he did with the Lions. I think he sees similarities with the Bears, especially that offense. I think he feels like he has to. He has that with the Bears.
No,
they need offensive lines because his schemes, the way he did the offensive coordinator position or whatnot, you got to have like athletic linemen to be able to pull and stuff like that to do run plays and different routing. I mean, their athletic O-line is the way to go. I mean, if you can do it.
Yeah, they have to attack that.
And they need a defense too because they gave up a lot of points.
I think
got to start somewhere. You got to
start somewhere. Exactly.
You got to pick. This is how I look at it. Review what you have. Who do you think? Who is your special guys? Like the ones you can keep on, and then whichever side of the ball. I mean, for me, it'd be offensive line. I just think their offensive line is worse than their defensive line.
Yeah.
You need to just hit that up and just start working on it. Like, yeah, you could fill in the other side, but that's great. But you need to protect Caleb first of all. That's a definite. You've got to protect him. So I'm thinking work on the offensive line. You've got to draft a lot of guys, not just to draft them, obviously, but you need guys to like start working. You gotta, and I'm sure the way they did it with the Lions, he's got some knowledge with that. So that's the only way. I mean, if you don't protect Caleb, he's going to get sacked 40, 50, 60 times a year, or he's going to have to run for his life. So, and
the Bears have a history of always taking people from the Lions, so that ain't history. They always do that.
Fuck the Bears.
I feel the same way. Fuck the Care Bears.
Let's talk about another person that we lost with this coaching staff. We also lost
Big T.
Terrell Williams. He signed with the Packs. Back with his old friend in New England.
He's a DC, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
he's gonna be a better DC than Gerard too. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
he's the new Matt
Stop
Patricia.
it, man. Stop it.
Stop. Bro, I'm gonna say this, man. Say what we want about the Gerard Mayo situation. Yeah, we all know there's some chicanery going on. We get it. We understand. We get it. We get it, man. But let's be real. from the very jump, nobody wanted to play for that dude. And then look, man, in defense of those, they were vocal about that from the beginning. They didn't respect him as a defensive coordinator. They didn't respect. Gerard Mayo was hated by the players, man. And so for him to even get the head coaching job, man, nobody ever wanted to play for this guy. That's why he was. That's part of the reason. It's not the whole reason, but it's part of the reason why he was out within a year, because he should have never got that job.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play for him, man. That's because everybody want to make things political. You know what I'm saying? Get emotional about stuff. And don't get me wrong, on some level, there's validity to that, because we get it. I ain't got to say it, but we get it. But at the same time, man, that was a bad hire to begin with. No, your best players did not want to play for him. They said that when he was the DC. Then he promoted him to head coach. That was doomed.
Anybody else got anything to say, bro?
Nah, I mean, neither here nor there for me on Terrell Williams.
I think it'd be
I'm rooting for him.
I mean, I'm always rooting for somebody to progress. Like, I don't care what kind of coach it is. As long as there's no backdoor deals and sketchiness, and sometimes you got to do that. But when it grinds and starts from like assistant, I don't care if you're water boy and then you're moving up through and you're just about like. I like to see people progress, put in the work, progress, get there, produce. But once you get to the top and all of it starts to become like good old boy stuff, I don't like that crap. Like that stuff, because people aren't earning their way. They're getting backdoor deals to get stuff. But grinding it out and getting and moving up and promoting, absolutely. I love seeing, no matter who.
I'm with you on that one.
Let's talk about somebody who did get a promotion. Let's talk about somebody who did get a promotion, somebody who did move up in the chain. We got a new DC, y'all. DaeDae, let's start with you, bro. Your thoughts on your new Chris, let's start with you. Remind me of my mom told me, get your ass in the motherfucking house. Chris, your thoughts on our new DC, man?
I like it. It's a promotion. I didn't get a lot into. I didn't get a lot into what he did as much. He wasn't like a guy I paid attention to as much. I paid more attention to the coordinators than anything. I'm getting better at like evaluating like the junior coaches. I call them like the assistants. I'm not into that. So I'll leave it to the other guys. They probably have a better idea than I do. I just don't have like a grade or whether it's good or bad.
On Shep, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about him to see what he did. So
I don't know a whole lot about his coaching style other than what I've seen on Hard Knocks. But if he can come in and kind of keep the same verbiage as AG did, I believe he's going to try to run more of a base defense. I hope he stops with this 4-2-5 shit. I'm over that. We don't have the playmakers at linebacker for that. I still expect to see a whole lot of man. I do expect to see that. And then I want to see what size edges he likes. Because, AG liked the bigger edges. The 250 or the 275, 6'4", 6'5" guys. You know what I mean?
I do as well.
I don't. I'm not. I like my power rushers, but I want a speed rusher. That wasn't necessarily what AG liked. So I'm happy for the hire, but I want to see what kind of
R.I.P. James Houston.
I mean, if you look, okay, that's actually that's kind of a good point. Like we were talking about this the other day. Not AG, but what Brad likes for this team is kind of what they drafted in James Houston. You know what I'm saying? That speed rusher who can get in there quick, good pass rush moves, and he never really fit in because I think AG liked the bigger guys. I mean, look at, what's his name? Davenport, big dude, power rusher, bull rusher, So I'll be interested to see what kind of changes Sheps makes and the similarities you see as well.
I like Shep. Oh, I think it's solid. I mean, it's good to see guys get internal promotions. It makes sense too. You want to keep the same verbiage. You want to keep the same culture. So I'm all about what Dan feels is feasible, man. I think at this point he's earned enough respect to that if he wants to have an internal hire who thinks he can take on those responsibilities. If he thought because look, let's be real, he knew he was going to lose both of these coordinators this year. So he's probably been looking at what he has in terms of staff and evaluating it and seeing if there is a guy who can really take up this mantle and his main coordinator jobs. And he clearly feels Kelp can do that, and that's what get the job. I like it. So that's what it is. There's only one guy I actually wanted from the outside. Maybe it's an outside hire to at least he to come in here, but I like the internal hire. So
who'd you want for the outside hire?
Rex.
What? Rex?
Mm-hmm.
Go
I wanted
Okay.
Dennis Allen. I like the Dennis Allen.
I like Dennis Allen. I want to see Rex Ryan.
That would go.
I think with the personnel that we have, I think Rex would have been a good fit.
Yeah.
Maybe he can come in and be an advisor.
I like him.
What up, though?
I like him too. It's just gonna be interesting to see what kind of defensive style he runs, and if he can take what kind of criticism he can take too if they loses games. He's always been that that guy where you be like, oh, forget about him because he's that D-line coach or whatever. But now he's that main defensive play caller. It's just gonna be interesting to see what kind of plays he calls, and if he can take criticism from the Detroit fans. It's gonna be interesting to see that because it's gonna come.
I think one thing
is gonna come.
I think one thing with him we is gonna see, he's gonna put the best guys on the field.
Oh, absolutely.
I
mean, he did it with Rodrigo. You know what I'm saying? We all seen the clip on Hard Knocks. He's like, man, this is a 6th-round draft pick. I'll play y'all.
Sure.
Not saying anything bad about you for being a 6th-round pick, but I mean,
I need to be said. It was what it was. He's a 6th-round pick. The bottom line is we bought this guy in here thinking he's not as good as you guys, and clearly he's outworking you. So it needs to be said. It's just like a walk-on with a guy who's a 5-star recruit. Bro, you got NIL money. He don't.
Yeah. But it's always good to have somebody that played the game as a coach.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's always a good thing.
I've always liked that too because they've been there, done that, and they can relate. I like that. I don't like a coach that's been a coach, maybe a college coach, never really played at any other maybe than a high school level, that comes in and you can't relate. Like you don't
call.
You don't know, like, yeah, I've got football, but I also have a kid, I have a wife, I have all this other stuff that's going on.
Todd Haley, cough, and any of them brawls they be trying to put on the sidelines.
I got a question for y'all. Who y'all want to be the new OC? Now that Ben's gone.
I got a couple names. Thinking.
Ryan Day. No, I'm just kidding. That's tough.
What's the question?
Who would you like to see the Lions sign as OC? Now that Ben Johnson.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a tough one.
Because it's tough to have 2 rookie coordinators, but at the same time, we have another guy we can promote from in-house, and Tanner. I don't know how to say his last name.
I have an idea. Might sound out of the box. Some of my Michigan fan brass might hate me for it, but I think it's a possibility now that the season's over. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Who?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Michigan's offensive coordinator?
No. I said some of my Michigan fan will be upset with me for mentioning this.
You talking about Chip Kelly?
I might be talking about Chip.
Chip might get the. I seen a report where Chip might get offensive coordinator. I think in Jacksonville under Liam Cohen.
Which is a better team?
Well, I mean, obviously, but who knows?
No,
I don't want Chip. I don't want Chip.
I think Chip. Because at the end of the day, brother, this is about bringing in talent, man. I don't care about all that. That's one of my, as a Michigan fan, man. That's one of my biggest gripes, man, with the rest of the fan base. You be on there, you gotta be a Michigan man. Shut up, dude. You gotta be a winning man. I don't sit up there and get some loser, brother, just because we wearing the same gear straight, man. If you don't win, brother, I don't care. I don't care nothing about a bum from the same brass, man. It's about the W at the end of the day. So all it's about bringing in talent. That's it.
Yep.
You know who I thought about as an OC, and he's on the coaching staff, and he's been a quarterback? Mark Brunell.
Yeah.
He leaving, Brunell. I thought Brunell was leaving.
Who's going?
He might go to with AG.
That's possible.
He did.
He already gone, bro.
Somebody, I don't know if he has a job. Byron Leftwich.
I would like that.
He's doing.
Him too.
I heard today he might be a consideration for the head coaching job with the Saints. So he might be shooting high, which you can't blame him for.
I know Brady declined. Like he took himself out of the running for that.
Another name to keep an eye on is Ronald Curry. He's the QB coach for the Bills.
Yep.
And he was like a wide receivers, pass game coordinator, and like 3 other like positional coaches within the Saints.
Wow.
And then he went to the Bills, and he's a QB coach for the Bills now.
No,
he's not getting any interviews because the Bills are still
in
the playoffs.
No, me personally, my number 1 pick already got a head coaching job. So Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, and the thing is, I didn't even actually hear Pete. Did anybody else hear Pete's name in any of the head coaching searches? Because the Raiders thing kind of came out of the blue. From my vantage point.
The Bears. He was interviewed with the Bears.
Okay. All right. Because I personally, if Pete was still out there, I'd have hired Pete. It's Peter Chip Kelly for me.
I'm good on Chip Kelly. What about Dan O?
I like that.
Dan Orlovsky.
I don't know.
Nah.
I'd be afraid.
Right into the end zone.
I think he's gonna run out the back of the end zone again.
Yeah. That's what I'd be afraid he's gonna keep going.
Look, man, I
don't hear nobody said that bullshit.
Look,
man.
I was waiting for somebody. To say something about how I like Dan. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna check me, man.
Now, I know this one might be outside of the box too, but he's been an OC for a while before he had a coach. What about Eric Bieniemy?
No,
where is
I'm
Bieniemy?
straight,
Where is
bro.
Bieniemy? Bieniemy's
So
like
somewhere getting poverty checks like he been getting.
Hey, I didn't say that. You said it.
I did. I'll take responsibility for it. That's another guy who ain't no coach, bro. Like it's bro. Dog. The Chiefs helped that man out as much as they could. He really didn't do anything for the team. He was just getting paid for nothing after a while. Andy Reid was doing him a favor by keeping on the coaching staff, so in the hopes somebody would offer him a better job. They never did. So he ended up having to go back to college. He didn't do anything there. Who?
I don't think he's still at Washington.
No, bro. He coached NCAA this year. He coached for I think UCLA. Or Pitt, one of those two. No, I mean, he didn't do anything there. But no, Eric Bieniemy is another guy. Is an overrated bum, man. Straight on him, bro. There's cat been out of the bag about Eric Bieniemy, man. Straight. Very straight.
All right, let's get into some Red Wings talk. We're going to do some Pistons talk. And then I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
So a question, just in the show. But Chris, time to shine.
All right, Pops, what you got?
What do you make a playoff run here?
I mean, so the Wings, they just came off of a 4-game road trip where they went 1-2-1. Not ideal, not bad, not great. Just they had 2 blowouts against top teams, and they beat 2 teams, or they should have really beat 2 teams, but they played well against the other 2. They're both really good teams. So it was kind of like it is what it is. However, they have the toughest roads. They have the toughest schedule the rest of the season. They have a
Yeah.
They have a 58.5% win percentage again, like by far the hardest schedule in the league the rest of the way. So, with that said, can they still make the playoffs? Absolutely. It's just going to be a tough road for them. But with Todd McClellan at the helm, they have done good. They shut out Tampa Bay tonight 2-0. That is no easy feat at all. They are right now. They're in the first wild card spot. Tampa Bay is. We are 4 points out of the second wild card spot, so we're well within striking distance. We just have to play well. We cannot have like what we did last year where we had a 7-game losing streak and really we fought back and just missed the playoffs. We can't have that this year. We cannot. We have good players. We've been win. So we've won 2 straight. We're 6-3-1 in our last 10 games. So we're doing well. The unfortunate thing is everybody above us is also won 7 games in the same stretch, so we're not gaining ground.
Right.
We have had 2. Patrick Kane's been out for the last 2 games that we've won. Coincidence? I think not. But
you're a Patrick Kane hater, man. You don't like him.
I don't. The guy produces.
He just hate him because he used to be a Blackhawk. That's why.
Thank you. That's why. Absolutely. I just do not like Patrick Kane. He sends. If we win a cup and he wins, if we make the playoffs and it's off of his goal that sends us to the playoffs, I will give him his flowers, and then the next day I'll re-hate him again. So like it's just the way it goes. But
he will be forever up.
I just don't like never. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Nonetheless, now I think the Wings they're going to play well. McClellan gets them ready every game. I do believe Soderblom got hurt last night because he took a hit to the chest. He needs to gain about 10 or 15 more pounds, like muscle weight, because he's like 6'5", and he's a big dude, but he's lost a lot of weight in the last like 6 months or so. So he needs to gain that muscle weight back to be a solid performer. I hope they don't send him back down. He got brought up for an injury. I hope he stays here. These young kids need to start playing because they're really good, but they're just not getting enough chance. So we'll see. But I think they can. I think they can make the playoffs, but it's going to be a tough road.
All right, let's talk about these Pistons. All right, first of all, before we get into the Pistons talk, All-Star starters came out and
snubbed.
Kid went on the first team. He wasn't able to start. Anybody think he got snubbed?
Yes and no.
I did until I saw who the starters were, because I seen the report that he was snubbed first, and then I seen it's Jalen Brunson and Donovan Mitchell, and those 2 are both having hell of a years. So I'm not too mad at it that he's not a starter, but I mean, you can still say he was snubbed because he has a very good case to be a starter.
I would say
turnovers are what kill him.
I say yes and no. Donovan Mitchell's actually a high turnover player, and so is Jalen Brunson. I think the issue is that Cade is not. He's playing in Detroit, man, and so Cleveland still has buzz because it's LeBron's former team, and then New York is New York, and it's also about media attention. When you're the number 1 team in the East, okay, you're going to get media attention, i.e. Donovan Mitchell, and then when you play for New York, it doesn't matter if the team is bad, you're still going to get media attention. So that's why I say the no part, because I think that realistically there's nothing that Cade was going to be able to do to be an all-star starter just because by way of those reasons. Now, as for those players in general, Cade's having a better year than both of them statistically. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to Jalen Brunson, Cade's won the head-to-head. They have the winning record against that team. He's outperformed Jalen Brunson. Both times that they played against each other, and not just outperformed, embarrassed him. So I would say Cade right now is a better player than both Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson right now individually. If you're asking me, and this is not just because he plays for the Pistons, if I'm picking those three guys to start my team around, I'm picking Cade Cunningham. Period. Same thing with Trae Young. Cade is a better player than Trae Young. Trae Young shoots 39% from the field. Trae Young shoots 30% from 3. Trae Young himself has turnover issues, and the problem with that is Trae Young has hella talent. And I wish we had a Jalen Johnson on this team, man. I wish we had a Reese Shaver. I wish we had DeAndre Hunter, brother. We could use that tonight. You know what I'm saying? Look at the guys he has to pass to, man. Deep bench, all this other stuff. He shouldn't be shooting as poorly as he is with the kind of spacing and floor that he has to work with to get the shots that he wants. So, Cade is just a better player than,
Trae takes bad shots.
Yeah, and
they haven't played well since that Pistons game because they've been getting blown out the last 2 games.
Yeah, when the 6'7" light skinned dude busted your ass, now you ain't gonna play well. You remember that still. And the thing is, man,
that's
look
them light skinned powers, man.
I'm telling you, man. Look at this, man. Especially the last few games that Cade has played.
Oh my God!
Yeah, wow. Especially the last few games that Cade has played, man. Has anybody seen the fact that Cade, against New York, went off, against Atlanta, went off, against Houston, went off? What do those 3 teams have in common? Those are collectively, they hold the best perimeter defenders you're going to get in the NBA. Period. And then the only other team that would have a claim to that is what we played tonight, Orlando, with Franz Wagner. Yeah. And Franz couldn't stop Cade. 35-11. Come on, man. They were hacking. They
couldn't stop Franz either, though.
No, I mean, but see, Franz, it's not Cade's job to guard Franz. I'm gonna tell you this right now, man.
Franz's job to guard Cade either.
Yes, it is. He's the team's best perimeter defender. He was literally his primary defender all night. Yes, it is. They put Franz. They stick Franz, and they should, because man, Franz Wagner can defend. I love that. If we have Franz, bro, man, I love Franz Wagner as a player.
3 games out of the 4th spot.
Yeah,
second round pick.
That's what's up.
Bro, Franz Wagner went lottery.
What? I thought Mo went lottery.
No, Mo didn't. Franz went lottery, but Franz is yeah. I wish, man.
Okay, so maybe I got them mixed up.
You straight? No, I like Mo. I like Mo in the man. I wish we had a Mo Wagner coming off the bench too. Mo can play. I like both of them. Them dudes can play. Them brothers can play. I'm just saying what he's doing, man.
Yeah, I like Jalen Suggs too.
Yeah, I like what they got over there. Jalen Suggs, man. Those are the only. Look at these teams, and offensively, they have not been able to stop Cade. It's just kind of what it is, man. I just think this team we need to get another guy. We really do. We need to get another guy because my thing with this is because you have people that will say, what about this player? This young player on the team and this young player on the team. It's 2 things that are true about outside sources with your team. Number 1 is you can tell the level of talent you have on your team by other teams' inquiry. If you don't have guys that other teams are willing to trade for, you don't have guys. That's number 1. And then number 2, you say, oh, we got offensive talent. We got guys around Cade. Cade is the most double and triple team player in the league still, even with Ivy's so-called breakout season. What does that tell you? Other teams don't value these guys the same way the fans do. And that's really the only thing that matters. You don't double and triple team Cade if you have respect for Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, or Tobias Harris. Absolutely. If you don't do that, you don't have any respect for those guys. You don't care if Ivy get 25, 5 and 5, go ahead, bet. We don't care. We just don't want Cade to get 25, 5 and 5 because his will win us the game.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So we don't. That's what I'm saying, bro. We don't have a core. We have some nice prospects that are cool to look at. Asar, to me, I'm a guy who's very high on Asar. I like Ron Holland, but we're seeing what those guys are. J.I., high-end prospect. That's what J.I. is. But does he look like that dude that could be next to Cade? 17 points a game is not a dude.
No, you need at least 20.
I mean, at least 20. We got to get in that ballpark. So, that's just where I'm at with that.
I have a question for you guys, because you guys are the experts. I'm not. Who do you see us as buyers, sellers, or what I call facilitators for a trade?
Facilitators.
Yeah.
Being a facilitator,
we can buy too.
Allows us to do. Yeah. Being a facilitator allows us to do everything. Yeah.
They're going to try to get capital. What the Pistons want to try to do is acquiring contracts and get draft capital. but they're winning, so you don't want to just take on a bunch of bums on expiring contracts.
Right.
Who y'all want to see them? Who y'all want to see them trade for?
They need a stretch 4, and then they need another guard next to Cade.
Cade.
You
Daniel
said
Gafford.
earlier, I like Levine,
Mhm.
and then stretch 4. I couldn't think of anybody.
I got a couple in mind, but Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles, I could definitely go for Trey Lyles. In terms of 2 guards, So here's the thing: like we've been talking about this on the show. The Pistons are in prime position, so being a facilitator allows them to essentially tax anybody involved in these big trades. So, for instance, if a team wants Jimmy Butler, y'all gonna have to throw us picks because we were taking a bad contract to make this work for y'all. Period. So we want first round picks. Period. And that's what. And we don't have to give any leeway on that. If you want them that bad, this is what we want. If y'all want to win, this is what it is. The Pistons are the only team in the league with cap space. So right now, what Trajan has done, he's brilliantly engineered a way for us. So I don't know how familiar anybody here is with the second apron that's kicking in after the season is over, but this is how.
I don't understand the NBA salary cap.
So let me explain. So when the second apron kicks in this summer, part of the new CBA that was negotiated, you're going to see a huge shift because let me give you a good example so I can preface my point. The first domino falling with this, and people may not realize it, was the Cat trade to New York to bring back Julius Randle. Because why? Julius Randle, everybody knows, will opt out, and that's going to save them over $150 million because that team was that close to the second apron. The second apron has provisions in it to where you can't even sign. It's like being stuck in the Bermuda Triangle to where you can't even sign a player, but you're getting fined for not having certain amounts of players on your team, and you give them so you can't even use the MLE.
So you pay too many players individually, but you can't, because you're in that apron, you can't get the players on your team.
Exactly. So it's just the word. It's like literal purgatory. And what's going on? And I like it because the league is finally making teams pay for mismanagement. And so when you got all these bums that aren't doing anything and all these bad deals, look at Chicago. If we really want Zach LaVine, we could be patient on that. You gave old boy $90 million. Williams, garbage. A bum.
I know exactly who you talking about, man. You talking about P-Dub.
Bum. Patrick Williams should be a manager at Burger King right now, man. He shouldn't be playing basketball, man.
Oh, that dude, yeah.
A bum.
Yeah.
A bum. You gave him a $90 million contract? Cut it out. And the reason why the league has established this is because what does that do? When a bum like that gets $90 million, that sets the market for guys averaging similar stats, which is 8 and 7.
Man, I can go get 9 mil if I really needed to.
I'm telling you, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I can go average 8 and 7.
You ain't got no jumper.
If a dude give you 8 and 7, I'm telling you, man. Real talk, same. So
my boy Ryan was in the chat right now, bro. He tell you I go hoop, bro.
Bad money. Let's go. We got to do it sometime, man. But so if a guy like that can get who getting 8 and 7 can get 90 million, this sets the market. So the league finally put in provisions now, that's in the new CBA kicking in to where that's going to cease, man. And the guys getting these big deals are going to truly be deserving of it. And right now, as you see, all 29 other teams in the league don't have salary cap space. Right? Only the Pistons have salary cap space, and so the Pistons are going to be in a position to be able to tax a team for taking on talent. So, for instance, we'll be in a situation to where if Chicago will be so strapped for cash, man, that hey, you're gonna have to give us a first round pick to take back Zach LaVine, even though he's having a career resurgence, because y'all can't afford to keep him.
Yeah.
Get a first round pick and Zach LaVine, I'm taking that trade all day long.
But see that a lot of teams and fact checking, fellas, a lot of teams are not going to have a choice. And once again, just to prove that's why they traded Cat. Cat was think about this, man. You're trading a guy who was I believe 6th in MVP talks right now. Cat, you traded that guy that you beat the Nuggets with.
He named the All-Star.
Named the All-Star. He's a starter. Beat the Nuggets with, right? Went to the Western Conference Finals already, right? You traded a guy like that just to save money. That's how bad it is. So I think being a facilitator will allow us to kind of do what we want, man. If we see a trade we'll take back a bad deal. And then look how Trajan has signed guys. this is why I asked, and that's why I asked you guys' opinion. The same thing. Like, do you see anybody who's extension worthy right now? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, fair. Because right now, as I said, I think we have a cave, not a core. I think some of these guys can prove their core pieces, but right now, Cade is the only sacred cow on this team. Everybody else, right price, you can go.
Absolutely right.
Who you think? Okay. You think any of those veterans were brought in here to be traded?
Yes, I think that's the only reason why they were brought in here.
Yeah.
I think THJ might be out here at trade deadline.
I got a guy you could flip. I think if they want to make the playoffs, a trade they might want to look into CJ McCollum.
Yeah, I like McCollum
because they want to get past CJ McCollum. You got some nice young guards. You got some nice young guards on that team, and right now he makes too much money to start those guys ahead of him, and he's still productive. You know what I'm saying? So, but they want to move on with Hawkins.
He's not what he was, but he's productive.
Not what he was, but he's still productive. But they got Hawkins on that team, man. They want to move on. They want to give these young guys minutes, and they should, man. That's what they want to do with that. Trey Murphy,
CJ would be a good fit.
CJ would be nice. And so what getting CJ McCollum does, right? If you get a deal like CJ McCollum, so he's on 2 years, $66 million, right? Okay, so what happens next year? Tobias Harris is a $25 million expiring contract. And mind you, we still got teams trying to get from under that second apron ladder, right? Then what do you have next year with CJ McCollum? $33 million expiring. So that's $55 million expiring between two guys, right? Plus you got two young players, or 4 or 5 good young players, right? What does that turn into? A potential Devin Booker trade. But it doesn't cost us draft picks.
Bring him home.
See what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Smart.
So give me somebody like Anthony Simons.
I like that too.
Either.
Oh yeah. See, I don't want to pay. He's nice though.
He's either on or he's off.
But I don't want to pay for Anthony. I want you to pay me to take your good players.
Yeah, because Portland got to do something, man, because the way they wasted Scoot Henderson, man, it don't make no sense. That was a waste of a pick for them.
Scoot is a bum. That's why.
Waste.
Nah,
Scoot is a bust.
Scoot's been better this year than he was last year.
All right, so if he went from bad to mid, I'll give you that. You're right.
You got to have some kind of progression. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll give you that. You're right.
The market doesn't just start here and end up here. It's got to go.
I mean, DaeDae is right. He did go from bad to mid. He is correct. I can't say.
He said he went from scoop to shit, huh?
I was a 65 on the game last year. I'm a 68. You feel me? I'm coming up.
That's something. It's 13 points, man.
Not all progressive slopes are the same.
I'm telling you, bro.
2K rating is going up.
Hey, let me ask you, DaeDae, how do you feel about Chauncey as a coach, DaeDae?
Still be a progressive.
Working on my layup.
How do you feel about Chauncey as a coach, DaeDae?
Chauncey as a coach?
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't watch a whole lot of Portland basketball. So
I don't believe him.
I can't give an honest opinion on that.
That's my man. That's my dude. But I don't. As a coach, man, I don't see it, bro. And it's the thing, man. They're a young team, but they got talent over there, man. They got talent over there. But as you said, you got Simons, you got Denny Avdia, you got DeAndre Ayton, who I'm not a fan of, but still talent.
You got Jeremy Grant. What's his name? Shaden Sharp or whatever.
Yeah, Shaden Sharp. Man, you got
talent though. That's the problem. He doesn't have a fully healthy team.
We've had injuries. We've had injuries this year, and we were sixth in the East.
Yeah.
Watch this, bro. Let me give you a better one. Look what old boy. Look at the coach of Orlando. Look what he's had to deal with. They're a game above 500.
Yeah. Jamal Mosley.
Mosley. He's another guy in coach of the year. Should be in coach of the year talks. Look what he's done. Chauncey ain't got no excuses, man. They should be better than that.
You're right.
And so he playing guys. He playing G League dudes and rooks. Because everybody, Paulo out, Wagner out, Wagner big brother out with an ACL. Jalen Suggs just got hurt again tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
He got popped right here. He got popped right here.
Yeah.
A lot of style right here.
Yeah. So that. Yeah. Jamal still found a way to play above 500 basketball. Chauncey should be. If you think about it like this, man, outside of those few players we just named, who's got better guys? Portland. Everybody else is
Portland's
unproven
got better
rookie.
guys than Portland's got better guys than who? Orlando?
Outside of the guys we named, if you look at the young talent on Portland and the young talent on Orlando, give me the young talent on Portland. They got some really nice young players.
Kamara is a
Kamara is very
starting
nice.
making, man. I
Shaden
like
Sharp.
Kamara.
Yes.
Nah, give me Orlando's young talent.
Who's good outside of the guys we talked about?
Those guys right there are good enough to cancel out what Portland's got. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
I like Orlando.
As long as they don't run into Cleveland in the playoffs, they're gonna be all right.
Wow.
Cleveland's a buzz.
About Cleveland in the playoffs, bro.
You think? I think Cleveland's front running, man.
Yeah, front running.
I think Cleveland better than Boston.
Bullshit, bro.
Ooh.
I think once we get to the playoffs, that's all that's gonna change.
Man, I gotta damn. This is right. Okay, so I muted our group chat right after the game last week for a week. This is right when the game ended last Saturday. Right now. Right now. 11:30. 11:33. That's crazy to me.
All right, before we head off here, man, with everybody, I appreciate everybody coming out, man, for real.
Yeah, thank you for having me, brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
Make sure I hit that subscribe button. Let y'all know who everybody is, where y'all can find them out before we head out here. Starting with you, Paw. Let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on X at Crazy Hockey Fan. You can also find me on Instagram at OnePride_24.
What?
What's up, y'all? Y'all can catch me on the D313XP. We do shows almost every night. If you see a Pistons game, trust me, we will be doing a post-game show. Hit us up on the socials on Facebook, D313XP, all one word. As I said, we normally start shows around 9 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In fact, we're doing one as soon as I get off of here, starting about 11:45. So tune in, check us out.
Do you need people to come on there? I can come on there and talk ball.
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. You're more than welcome, brother. Please.
All right. All right.
Yeah, everybody welcome. Everybody welcome.
I'm gonna put my kids to bed and go give me something to eat.
Mine already in bed.
It takes you like 30 minutes to put your kids to bed, man.
Man, Chris.
Man, I mean, you got a baseball team.
Let them know they can find you at. Let me talk about my squad.
You find me right here, or you find me on Twitter at Markman246.
Sure.
So.
Yes, sir. New Breed 313 Sports, all platforms, and also on the D313XP with myself, DC1 Duro, Nomas J, my man Ark. We on that, and then my other channel 313, the New Breed Real Talk as well. So
tune in to that.
That's where you can find me.
Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and make sure y'all follow everybody's podcast on here. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Hit us up on X, man. Hit that subscribe button here, man. And with that said, man, it's Detroit. What up, though? Yeah, we out, man.